In the process of the creation of the universe, if this screen is a blank sheet, in the motion of the field of the universe, mankind has to reach a point that understands the position of his soul. In the universe, due to interaction of different fields in their motion, does not matter in what direction, there needs to be a point where a seed has set, that these seeds become a position that the other fields of the universe can attract and interact, and in a process lead to creation of the fields. That this seed of fields become the seed, an oyster in a way for the pearl. In the world of oyster, the animal makes the shape, and then it takes the seed and it creates the environment inside it to grow it into a pearl. In the universal condition, for this position, with the very rare amounts of energies which move, creating so many trillions of stars and galaxies, to create this seed to start a star or a galaxy, it's very harsh. As man becomes aware of his position in the universal condition, man will find out at the point of separation of his physicality, due to the creation of his soul, the seed takes flight of fancy. And in that process, where he finds balance, will become that seed. Then, in so many ways, now you understand why the soul of the man is so important in the dimension of the creation. We nourish the baby in the womb of the mother for it to create a condition of the existence of the soul. That this soul become the first seed in the creation of the condition of the existence in the universe. That the totality of the field of the universe in collective interaction lead to creation of life and sustainability. That this life in turn will link in the strength to the soul of the Creator. That in conjunction and interaction of the field of this unit, in the coming time, there shall be a merger of a bigger, which the totality will lead to the what we call creation of the Creator's condition of existence. I have explained this before, but with what mankind is about to come to reach within the coming month, mankind will come to understand how the universal community will greet mankind as the soul of the man is part of the creation of the soul of the universe. And then, as I said, we hope that once man realizes his position, he will not become arrogant to lead to his demise in the universe. then you understand why in many teachings, originally, we always told and said that the mother is the most important factor in the structure of the life, that she creates the right soul, that the eventuality leads to the creation of perfect existence in the dimension of the universe. In totality, what we will see in universal condition and dimension is that the what we call the nursery of the earth, the perfection of the soul, is the ultimate goal to create the perfect star and system. And in so many ways, mankind should not suddenly be taken for a fool when it comes in the condition of the interaction and the life with the universal community. And at the same time, mankind should realize that in the universal community, he will not be used as incubator for creating of a condition tailor-made for those who understood a little bit more about the structure of the creation in the universe. As I call soul surrogacy to create condition of life across the universe should not be a blind spot for the wisdom of the man. The troubles of the universe are aware of this knowledge. And in so many ways, I always remember the word of Dr. Elia Costello. She used to say that the earth is a very, what we call, expensive commodity for its minerals and very high state value. But in fact, it showed that how man still has not understood the value and the position of the man in the universal community is the strength of his soul in what it can give and create in the dimension of the universal community, that in the future, those who have traveled and understood the process of creation will not take man, the soul of the man, as a part of developing their own structure in the depth of the universe due to the lack of the knowledge of the man. Mankind will soon understand this. As I said, as we take you to the universe, it's no use you going in and not knowing that you have one of the best fruits, and they tell you nothing about it, and they sell it at a higher value in the market, and they tell you it's rubbish. Mankind has to come to understand this. Why the universal community is interested in the soul of the man. It's not that they can take it and they use it, but the universal community knows that this cannot be done. So we brought mankind to the level of peace and understanding of what we call universal peace, for him to understand there is a need for perfect soul, that from it becomes a perfect creation of the new dimension of the universe. In the coming time, mankind will understand new universes are continuously in creation, very much like you create new states, that these universes need perfect souls for their structure to begin. And soul of the man is one of those gifted souls. And that's why the world leaders, those who take the seat of what we call leadership, have to understand they cannot compromise in any shape or form with the future and in the future contractual agreements and understanding with the universal community. These words will have a lot of meaning for you in the coming months as the structure is set. But the world leaders on this planet should understand this next step clearly, that mankind does not become a nursery for the physicality of the man to create soul, and human race has to be in total control, understanding of the position and the freedom of his soul in every dimension of the universe. It's very much like those seeds you plant and you water it and watch it grow. The soul of the man is the seed of that plant and that tree. Now you understand the function of the tree of life, the meaning of the tree of life. It starts with the life and the soul of the man. Mankind has always been so ignorant through the knowledge, his knowledge of the universe, has taken the knowledge being given to him by the travelers of the universe in a physical condition and not in true essence of his understanding and creation. My hope and my deepest hope is with what I've taught you, I do not make you slaves of your own soul in understanding the creation of the new universes and conditions in the universe. In reality, the expansion of the universe needs new seedlings to guarantee its survival. And planet Earth is one of those nurseries of the soul. The only thing that we have not managed to understand is why these citizens of this nursery kill each other, destroy each other, when in the future they themselves become the structure of the life. And would you like to see your children get killed as you kill other people's and other entities' children? Does not matter vegetation, animal, or human. In the process, why there is an interest in the structure and the life of the man on this planet is not the physicality of the man, but the soul of the man, is because to take the physicality of the man to the other position dimensions is too cumbersome, because then cannot be replicated. But when you take the soul of the man, it adjusts itself to the dimension of physicality. When we take the physicality of the man to the depth of ocean, he cannot survive. But if we take the soul of the man to the depth of the ocean, it will decide as on its own creation in the dimension of the existence, at the position in the sea, wherever it is. Now, as I said, I will not allow man to become a slave, but on the other hand, mankind cannot become a ransom taker and selling of the soul. Our job is not to allow the abuse on both sides. And this is one of the reasons we have abolished the kingship, that no one becomes the property of no man, and each soul needs to make his own decision of his own freedom and free choice. in the time to come, man will learn the ways of perfection. The ways of perfecting his soul is the structure of his soul and the knowledge it carries. The wisdom and the understanding comes from the intelligence and not from ignorance. In the coming to come, we need to explain to world of humanity what is awaiting mankind in the dimensions of the creation. In so many ways, as you've seen a queen looking after the eggs in the nest of ants by creating ever, this has been the job of the earth for the universal community. But now, in so many ways, the universal community has taken a step to make sure that is perfection from the beginning, not going through the what mankind has been over the life of his physicality. But at the same time, now we understand why the prophet of the past have said, if I tell you how beautiful the other side is, you all commit suicide. And that is when you understand that your soul becomes the soul, the seed of another universe. If it reaches perfection, how many of you would not be the creator of a universe? The totality of the knowledge has to be transparent to the man of the planet, to the totality of the human race, irrespective of color, race, and position, as there shall be no religion. Man will nourish his soul to perfection, that at the point of when he chooses his separation or amalgamation, he creates the perfect light to lead to creation of the seed of the universe. Would you like to be the seed of the universe? Or would you like to be a part of what others have created and you become a slave to it? A slave in the way of that you live according to their conditions.